Here is the plane that landed in the water safely. Hi, everyone. Plane becomes one of the important transportation which can make it easier to travel, especially long distance, cross island, even the country, with faster. But flying a plane requires expertise, special that is not easy. Risk of plane crashes can be extremely fatal because it carries a large number of passengers. One plane crash can be a really big news story, but some of these planes manage to avoid accidents. Although unable to land on the airport runway, this plane successfully landed in the water, or called ditching, safely. US Airways. On 15/1/2009, aircraft US Airways. Flight 1549 types, Airbus A32 empty. Crash landing in the Hudson River between New York City and New Jersey. The cause? This plane collided with a flock of birds as it takes off. The plane engine was damaged by birds, and the pilot bravely landed the plane in the middle of the river. 155 passengers and crew on board survived. Pilot Chelsea B. Salimberger, praised for his quick decision to land in the water that ended up being able to save a lot of people. Indonesian Eagle. On 16/12, 16 A Darawan Tiki Tuan Din 421 type Boeing 737 with Mataram route. Yogyakarta emergency landing in Bengawan River Solo. Mentioned at that time, the plane encountered bad weather and the plane engine died. The fate of the passengers is in the hands of pilot Abdul Rozak. He tried to start the engine several times, but failed. To finally make a brave decision by landing the plane in the Bengawan Solo River, village Srianangkloten. 60 passengers on the plane survived, but one flight attendant died. Ethiopian Airlines. On 23/11/1996, Ethiopian Airlines aircraft, Flight 961 type, Boeing 767, landed in the waters of the Indian Ocean near Comoros Island. This plane was hijacked by terrorists and ran out of fuel. Plane crashed into the water in high speed because the pilot didn't have time to play the wing of the plane. As a result, the plane broke. Apparently during impact with the water, the hijackers were attempting to seize the cockpit. Of the 175 passengers and crew, 125 people died in this incident. Safe passengers holding on to fragments of floating aircraft. Pan Am Flight 6. On 16/10/1956, service aircraft, Pan America World Airways, serving flights with 24 passengers and 7 crew. When flying in Honolulu to San Francisco, one of his plane engines stopped. The other problem is that there's not enough fuel if the aircraft is routed until the final destination. The pilot chose a water landing. The pilot was ditching at a speed of 103 mph. It is estimated that there are only 17 minutes before the plane sank. Fortunately, all passengers were saved. Tupolev Tu-124. When the December flight 1964, this plane was flying towards Moscow, Russia with 52 TCST Sedan Satu passengers. An emergency arose due to a machine malfunction. Limited fuel. Cannot make. This plane landed at a nearby airport. Akhirnya the Tupholo, to 124, had to land in Neva River. Japan Airlines Flight 2. On 22/11/1968. Magic happens on Japan Airlines planes. Flight 2 from Tokyo to San Francisco. This plane landed in the water, perfectly in Francisco Bay. Due to the thickness of the fog interfering with the pilot's view, pilot-controlled aircraft, Kohieso was forced to land in shallow ocean. With depth, so this plane doesn't sink. All 96 passengers and 11 crew members survived. Lion Air JT9 Empty 4. Plane Lion Air RJT9 Empty 4, Boeing 737, originally departed from Hussein Sastranegara Airport in Bandung, West Java. Destination Denpasar, Bali. Around 15 seconds. 10 welcome. This plane crashed at sea when going to land at Ngurah Rai Airport, Denpasar, Bali, on the west side of the runway. Aircraft controlled by creature pilots, Ghazali and Co. This Indian pilot fell into the sea and caused the body. The plane broke into 2 pieces. The accident was caused by human negligence or human error. In the incident, all passengers totaling 101 souls and a number of other crew members were declared safe.